how do we find the true happiness in the midst of sadness? I can say, who has sadness and can't find anything? I sense... Oh. Sorry, I got distracted. I can say, who has sadness and can't find anything? I sense emptiness, a no thing. So even though I cannot find who I am, where is the true happiness? The true happiness, which I used to speak of, I tend not to use those words now, because it creates lots of imaginings, tends to. So that true happiness is love. It's the essence of everything. It's this. But in this, what's happening is this personal dynamic that exists in opposites. I am something, they are something out there, and it becomes energetical. This energy of being inside the body gives the appearance of this being limited and small and bound, and it's not enough. And what I try to point to is the illusion of that. The illusion of all those false ideas which have become energetical. I am a good person, I am a bad person, I am not good enough, I need more, I need to get to the future, I need true happiness. All these ideas, and what's pointed to here is loss, absolute loss, which is absolute love. But it often sounds like, or the me always interprets everything as prescription, everything. So everything I say, the me will try and be. The me will try and copy it, rather than it's the stripping away of what the me thinks it should be. And then there's just pure action happening, without ideas about what it should or shouldn't be. But even if it happens, even if the me dynamic's happening, that too is God. That too is an expression of God. It doesn't always feel like it, because the me's dynamic is designed to give the appearance of separateness, to give the appearance of I need to look for something in the flow. And that great game can have great highs in it. It also will have the opposite of that. Because everything you get, everything the me thinks it gets, is like, yeah, got my lover, I've got the Nobel Peace Prize. It will also lose. Because no thing can be held onto, because all things are continuously changing. Which is the sad beauty of this, is that you look at life, and life is always screaming loss. And the me's like, no, 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 loss is bad, bad, don't lose anything, no, no, no. Life is always screaming loss, loss, everything's continuously moving and changing. And the me's always resisting that. And that movement of loss is absolute love. Absolute love. Which is crazy. And David, back to what you were saying, it's absolute contradiction. Just look. Now, I mean, this is orgasmic. I'm sorry to use such intense words, but now, cloudy lemonade becomes body. If the cloudy lemonade had the dynamic appearing in it, I am a separate entity and I am the cloudy lemonade, that's horrific for the cloudy lemonade. It's now becoming Lisa's body, or this body. When that falls, it's just absolute intimacy. It's energy experiencing itself in some weird way. It's absolute love. It's so close, this. It's absolute aloneness, but it's absolute intimacy, even beyond any idea or word of intimacy, because it's all one, so it's not two objects being intimate. It's absolute love. Look, it becomes body. It's all one thing. And eventually it will become we. Then it will become water in the sewer. That's the love. Love isn't the getting, becoming. That's why this message is so unpopular. Because most me's want to become. Want to be something. Woo! I am a person. I am a banana. No, I'm not a banana. I am real. I am an eel. She's a banana. We're bananas. That's what we are. We're bananas. I love that word. Banana. 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 Hi Lisa, how does this collapsing, the change, happen? How to let go of self? Well, now the face is big. Hi John. Well, what was the question again? How does it happen? I don't know. I'm so... I know that's not funny. I know it probably seems like I should know. I don't. But nobody else does either. Not to be putting anyone else down if that's what you'd think that I'm doing. I'm not meaning that. But it's impossible. Yesterday can't even be known. There's an image of yesterday that appears now. There's an image maybe of what might happen tomorrow that appears now. There's thoughts and ideas that appear, and it's all aliveness, it's all beingness. And it's impossible to distinguish right, wrong, truth, not truth, or how anything works. And that's the freedom, actually. It's not the knowing that's a freedom, it's the not knowing that's the freedom. And then in that, words appear out of mouth that maybe sound like knowing, but it's all peering out of not knowingness. And there's no sticking by anything that's said. Like everything that Lisa says is a lie, is bullshit, it's not truth, it can't be, ever. This is absolute mystery. Everything appears from mystery. So what the me wants to know is, how do I get to freedom? And it's an impossible question because freedom is. But the me energy is designed to give the appearance of boundedness, of separateness, which creates the dynamic of self and other, of two-ness. Isn't that so sweet? Freedom is. Love is. And it's even beyond the words of freedom and love, because any word that is put onto this isn't it. It can't be. I fucking love this subject, especially the simplicity of it. It's not so fun when it gets all heady and intellectual. It's so beautiful, the simplicity. Freedom is, love is, love is. It's not something you can get, because it is. It's the nature of everything. Who would have thought? The peace in which the people look for is the life itself. It's not outside of this. Far out. I mean, far out. Love is. Now I have to send you the banana video. Okay, banana video sent by email. Banana, banana, we are all bananas. That's for sure. Life is bananas. Bananas. I can't find the video. It's not here. Didn't come through yet. Just in my inbox when I was looking for bananas, there's a comment. Don't know why in all your videos it seems like you're just about to cry, as if in any moment it's going to burst. I often feel like I'm going to cry. You're right. But it's more tears of joy. But yeah, the eyes often feel watery, or tears of laughter. Funny, isn't it? It's a funny life. It's hilarious, actually, when it stops being taken personally. It's very funny. So yes, the eyes are often watery. They're very watery right now, actually. Okay, anyway, enough about me. Me. David. So is Advaita all about being a child again and dropping all intellectuality? Did you get the next one? If so, sorry for butting in. Yes, I got it. What happens, David, is I get, while I'm doing this, is I might have like 10 messages and I just go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. I don't have any particular order. It's just, I just go down the list like that. Yes, it's absolutely about that childlike innocence. But it doesn't mean that you become that intellectuality, being intellectual, is lost. I can't even say it. It doesn't mean that's lost. Sorry. I thought I heard my dog in the front garden. It's just that the intellect only appears when it's needed. So if booking a train, or if working out the shopping bill, or working out your taxes needs to happen, that will happen, but then it disappears again into the absolute innocence. Rather than most people walk around constantly living in that once removed image of themselves, constantly in this world of this committee meeting and this energy of feeling bound inside the body. But it's absolutely about that childlike wonder, that innocence. But it's that innocence with the intellect, with the ability for that intellect to work. But it's no longer that is who you are, that you are this person in time with history and future and worries and bags, lots of bags to pick up. It's absolute freedom, and in that the intellect appears when it needs to. When the time needs to be known, it's known, and then it's absolute timelessness again. And the person needs to work out how to fix the engine. Fixing the engine happens. Then it disappears into absolute mystery again, absolute not knowing, absolute timelessness. It's so cute. Sorry, pardon. My bad. This is what happens when you drink the fizzy drinks on a live talk. Right. So I know this is in my head and it still feels like I'm separate and the past and future are real. There are hazy moments when I can nearly feel that this is it. And my mind is freaking out about the future and it still feels real, and then I'm frustrated and then I remember that it's a story. Dogtail, dogtail. Yeah. And it's not even you knowing that this is it, it's that everything's beginning to crumble. All these ideas of not being it. This isn't it, this isn't it, and it crumbles and it's so free. And then boom, it comes up again and, oh God, I've got to worry about the future, I've got to make money. Or let me just promise you, from having had lots of rich friends and known lots of rich people, to anyone that doesn't have lots of money, rich people still feel poor. They still feel like they've not got enough. They always will. While the me dynamic's there, you'll always feel poor, no matter how much money you have. And I'm not talking about they only slightly feel poor. They really feel poor. It feels so weird when I'm amongst rest in the flow. Sorry. It feels so weird when I when I almost rest in the now. It's not even you resting it, it's the you collapses. And a few times everything shifted and the past and future were gone. It was so relaxing. And I could feel something screaming nearly, trying to grip and feel like I might forget something and I needed to do it for the future. I just kept saying over and over, this is so weird, but it's so cool. Yeah. And the mind's always trying to scramble back into control. That's so sweet. It all begins to crumble and it's not even its seen because there's no one to see it. It's just this is the way it is. Absolute freedom. The end of that one that's constantly worrying about past and future. And it crumbles and then the me's like, no, hang on. No, I just need to sort out the money first. Let's just make a little bit more money and then we can give up worrying about money. And back to the money thing, because it came up earlier tonight. The me will never feel rich. It might feel proud when showing off its cars or whatever, but it will never feel rich. It'll always feel like a poor man. That's why rich people are stingy. Because they feel poor. Not all rich people are stingy, these are just being naughty. How did you know about the poverty? That's funny. I've been financially on the super edge for 7 years now, like not knowing if I'd make rent kind of edge. And I keep wondering, why am I doing this? It's not you doing it. That's what's happening. But you're never the one that's getting yourself out of that poverty. It happens, the money's got each time. I don't know how I knew about the poverty thing. I just thought that you said something about it. Freaking out about future. I assumed that I think that was money. It normally is. Future or what the lover's going to do. Yeah, I totally get that. And sometimes I feel frustrated. And then I know it's not me. And then I just go on living. And although in one way you could say the body's on the brink of poverty, but on another way, this is always so full. There's never poverty. You could say the body's poor, you could describe the situation as poor. But there's never poverty. It's so full. How can there be, in order for there to really be poverty, there's got to be lines which are drawn in which is poor. There's got to be a knowing of what is poor. Even in starvation. I know this sounds so full on, but it's all these subtle ideas of judgment happening.